What's going on YouTube? It's Repulse, back with another video. In today's video, this is me as a Texans fan talking about the Texans. In this case, about our free agency moves in the first couple hours of free agency. The big one being highlighted right here, Laramie Tunsil going to the Commanders, as well as our fourth round pick from this year for their second round pick next year, third round pick this year, fourth round pick next year, and seventh round pick this year. Um, Obviously a big deal, someone that I didn't really want to see go. One of the best left tackles in the league, I think top four, top five. Been really consistent throughout his time in Houston, and we gave up a bag for him from Miami. Would have liked to see at least a first round pick come back in this trade. I guess his value is depreciated a little bit because he was down this year compared to others, but I still think one of the better tackles in the league. Again, don't really know what this signing lets us do. I'll type it out here. I have the Texans searched up, but if we were to type out our O line right now, I don't really know what it looks like. It'd be, I guess, Blake Fisher moving to the left. Do you want Howard at the left guard? Um, I think in terms of right now, Titus Howard has to go back to the right tackle spot, and you have to put Kenyon Green here, Jarrett Patterson here, Scruggs on the right, and Howard on the tackle spot on the right hand side. So if that's your five going into next year after how bad your offensive line was, you're a little concerned. Um, A thing that I'd like to see would be us going after Cam Robinson, which allows Howard to play this tackle spot, Patterson to go here, going after Will Freeze, and having Blake Fisher stay at right tackle, which gives you a solid five. Good left hand side, uh, good right guard in Will Freeze and Blake Fisher, who looked exciting last year. If you don't want to do that, you could do something like this, address it in the draft, go Banks, or or assign one of these dudes, like a Cam Robinson, to play that left hand side, put Howard here, go Patterson here, go Banks here, who I think will play guard in his first season, and go Fisher here. So you could find different variations throughout free agency. There's a lot of guys left. I think my ideal one would be something like this, though, the one that I typed up earlier. Um, or do Zabel in Fisher, something like that. A lot of different combinations, a lot of different guys still open, but obviously you don't want to see your best offensive lineman go for. It's not cheap, but it's not insanely expensive for a guy that's a pristine left tackle in this league. I know it frees up a lot of money, so you could go up for different guys now, but yeah, it doesn't really make sense to me um, as a whole. Um, as Will Kunkel said, we wanted to revamp our offensive line, I guess with attitude, but um, I don't know. I guess they thought Laramie Tunsil was a little too laid back or something like that, but yeah, it doesn't really make sense to me to trade your best offensive lineman who's been really good for you. Um, Other than that, it's really just been uh, Texans signings, I guess is the way to put it. It's really just been special teams guys with if it wants to load. Does it not have anything on this? Okay, well, we'll go to hashtag Texans, I guess. I guess we could just go to Aaron Wilson's page. Here we are. Control find tech. On the Texans trade of Laramie Tunsil, team just felt it's in their best interest and his to part ways. Future financial planning a factor too. Derek Stingley could be the NFL's highest paid corner, and CJ Stroud and Will Anderson eligible for extensions next year, which I agree with. I mean, um, yeah, I don't know how much it's gonna save for you. Um, Saves 41.9 million in salaries over the next 2 seasons, so good bit of money. Um, Getting off the cap hit, but yeah, I mean, I'd like to keep him. Other than that, I know we signed Braxton Berrios for $2 million, I believe. A lot of special teams guys this year, pretty much, or not this year, but uh, this opening free agency period. We're in for Dre Greenlaw, which I'd really like to see. Nothing concrete yet, but yeah. 1 year, $2 million deal for Braxton Berrios to be our punt returner, one of the All-Pro punt returners. I actually really like this signing. We needed a punt returner, special teams guy. Um, yeah, I mean, really dependable as a punt returner. Can make big plays happen. Um, yeah, I mean, really like the guy. Other than that, we have the restructure of Aziz Al-Shair, which happened a couple days ago, but I guess just being retweeted. Um, we re-signed Derek Barnett to a 1 year, $5 million deal. Guy that I really like, good rotational piece. I said this in my free agency part 1 video that I posted a little bit ago. Really good rotational guy when Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter need breaks. Um, so yeah, pretty happy with that. I actually was really excited to see him come back to the Texans, a guy that I really wanted to see re-signed him and get him back. Tremon Smith, one of the best special teams guys in the league. Gets a 2 year, $7.5 million deal, but it can be, or it's worth up to $7.5 million a year. Sorry. It's a base of 4.5 with $3 million in incentives. Really good special teams ace. Was a former Texan. Went to the Broncos after um, his contract was out. But a guy that I really like to be on the special teams unit, and the tape will show that he's a really good special teams guy and a pretty dependable corner if need be, as well. Um, I mean, other than that, we haven't really done much. I expect us to do a lot more after the news of Laramie Tunsil going. Um, but yeah, other than that, we saw Eric Murray go to the Jaguars for 3 years, $22.5 million. In total, around like $7.5 million a year. Good safety for us last year. Sad to see him go, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't pay $7.5 million for a guy of Eric Murray's talent. Um, I really want us to go for guys like Will Freeze or Ken Robinson, as I said earlier. Just really need to address the offensive line and the rest of free agency. Um, but yeah, other than that, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This was a pretty quick and short one, just giving my reaction to what we have done in the first couple of hours, because I think it's going to explode a little bit in the next coming days, and I'll be sure to post my reactions to that too. But again, thank you for watching. Hope you liked. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.